Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why do I feel weaker than I used to? Maybe it's something small, struggling to open a jar that used to be no problem, or feeling your legs tire faster after a walk you've done 100 times before. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, it's not the end of the road. In fact, it might just be the beginning of something better. Because the truth is, losing muscle as we age is something that happens to everyone. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not only preventable, it's reversible. Yes, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. You don't need to be a bodybuilder or spend hours at the gym. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive equipment. All you need is one small daily habit. And once you build it into your life, your body starts to respond, gently, naturally, and almost like it's waking back up. We're going to talk about that habit today. And I'll show you how simple it really is to get your strength back, maybe even more than you had before. I'll also share the hidden reasons muscle loss happens faster after 60, and what you can do to fight back, without stressing yourself or risking injury. You'll walk away from this video not just with knowledge, but with a new sense of hope and motivation. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about something no one really warns us about. Muscle loss doesn't just steal our strength. It takes away independence. It makes everyday things, like climbing stairs, lifting groceries, or even standing up from a chair, harder than they should be. And slowly, those little challenges start to chip away at our confidence. We stop doing certain things. We sit more. We move less. And the cycle continues. But here's the silver lining. Your muscles are still there, waiting. They're just sleepy. And what they need isn't punishment, it's consistency. The human body, even in its 60s, 70s, and 80s, is remarkably adaptable. Your muscles respond to movement like flowers respond to sunlight. A little every day is all it takes. So let's get to that first powerful habit. And I'll say this up front, it's not glamorous. It's not trendy. But it works. It's something your body already knows how to do. And chances are, you're already doing it a little bit every day without even realizing it. That habit is intentional movement, specifically short, gentle muscle activation exercises. Let me explain. Most people think of strength training as lifting heavy weights or doing squats until your legs shake. But for older adults, the goal isn't to bulk up, it's to wake up the muscle fibers that have been snoozing for years. You can do this in just 5 to 10 minutes a day, using your own body weight or light resistance, like a pair of soup cans or even a towel. For example, one of the most effective exercises for leg strength is simply sitting down and standing up from a chair, slowly, with control. Try doing that 5 times in a row, holding your arms out in front of you. That one simple motion activates your thighs, glutes, and core, 3 of the most important muscle groups for balance and mobility. And you're not just working your muscles, you're reminding your nervous system how to coordinate movement, how to fire those muscles quickly when you need them. That's a big deal when it comes to preventing falls. And the best part? You don't need to do it all at once. You can sprinkle it throughout your day. A couple of squats in the morning. A few arm raises while waiting for the kettle to boil. Maybe some gentle calf raises while brushing your teeth. Over time, these little sparks add up to a stronger, more stable body. Now I know what you might be thinking. That sounds too simple. Can that really make a difference? And I get it. We've been conditioned to think that exercise only counts if it leaves you drenched in sweat. But for older adults, especially those who haven't exercised in a while, small movements are the secret weapon. They're safer. They're more sustainable. And most importantly, there's something you can actually stick to every day. Let me tell you about a man named Walter. He was 74 when he started doing these short daily movements. At first, it was just 5 minutes in the morning. Nothing fancy, just chair stands, arm circles, and some gentle leg lifts while holding onto the back of his couch. Within 2 weeks, he said his knees didn't creak as much. A month later, he noticed he could walk farther without stopping to rest. After 3 months, he was back to walking his dog around the block, something he hadn't done in almost a year. That's the power of daily movement. It's not about age, it's about consistency. Now that we've opened the door with gentle daily movement, let's talk about the second key to muscle recovery: fuel. Because moving your body is step one, but if your muscles don't have the right fuel to rebuild, it's like trying to grow a garden without watering it. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at using protein. That means the same piece of chicken or fish that helped you build muscle in your 30s doesn't quite do the trick in your 70s, unless you get enough of it, at the right times. And unfortunately, many seniors don't get enough protein in their diet at all. But don't worry, you don't need protein shakes or powders unless you enjoy them. You just need to make sure that every meal includes a good source of protein. Eggs, yogurt, beans, tofu, chicken, fish, or even a handful of nuts, whatever suits your diet and taste. Just try to include a little protein with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it has to be there. Think of protein like the building blocks your muscles use to repair and rebuild after you activate them. Without those blocks, your body can't do its job, no matter how good your workouts are. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. And if you tend to eat light in the morning, that might be the best place to start making a change. Many older adults have a small breakfast, maybe toast and coffee, and wait until lunch or dinner for their main meal. But studies show that spreading protein throughout the day actually helps with muscle repair and energy levels. So, something as simple as adding a boiled egg or a scoop of Greek yogurt to your breakfast can start tipping the balance in your favor. I had a viewer named Susan email me last year. She said, "I never thought breakfast mattered that much. But I started adding protein in the morning, and after a few weeks, I wasn't crashing before lunchtime anymore. I felt like I had more strength to get through my day." It's those little adjustments that add up, and they're easier than you think. So we've got daily movement, and we've got daily fuel. That's already a powerful combo. But I want to take it a step further now, because the third piece of the puzzle is something many people overlook: hydration. You might be surprised, but even mild dehydration can make your muscles feel stiff, your joints ache, and your energy levels dip. As we age, our sense of thirst gets weaker. So by the time you actually feel thirsty, your body may already be running low on water. And if your muscles don't have enough hydration, they can't contract and relax properly. That's when things feel tight, sore, or even crampy. The solution? Keep a small glass of water nearby throughout the day. Aim to sip, not chug. Herbal teas, broths, or water-rich fruits like oranges and melons all count too. You don't need to measure every ounce. Just listen to your body and make it a habit to drink a little more regularly. And if you ever wake up in the morning feeling extra stiff or sluggish, try this simple trick: drink a glass of water first thing. You might be amazed how quickly it helps you loosen up. Your muscles are like sponges. They need water to stay soft and flexible. Alright, we've covered a lot already, but the beautiful part is, it's all connected. Intentional movement, proper fuel, and hydration, these aren't separate habits. They're part of one gentle rhythm that supports your body every single day. Once you start moving a little each day, fueling your body with the right protein, and keeping your muscles hydrated, something almost magical happens. You begin to feel different. Maybe you notice your steps are lighter, or that you're sleeping a little better. Maybe you catch yourself standing taller. That's not your imagination. That's your body saying, "Thank you." But there's another piece we haven't talked about yet. It's something that quietly affects your muscle recovery, your strength, and your overall well-being, yet hardly anyone mentions it. That piece is sleep. Now I know, sleep isn't always easy, especially as we get older. Sometimes the body aches. Sometimes the mind races. And other times, we just can't seem to fall into a deep, restful slumber no matter how tired we are. But sleep is when your muscles actually rebuild. It's not during the exercises, or even after a protein-rich meal. It's during deep, uninterrupted rest that your body goes into repair mode, patching up those tiny tears in your muscles and building them back stronger. That's why making sleep a priority, even more than ever before, is one of the smartest things you can do for muscle recovery. And I'm not talking about 8 perfect hours every single night. I'm talking about creating a simple, calming bedtime routine that helps signal to your body it's time to rest. Something as gentle as turning off bright lights an hour before bed, putting on calming music, stretching lightly before climbing under the covers. Even sipping a warm, non-caffeinated tea like chamomile can help. These rituals might seem small, but they send powerful messages to your nervous system, helping you shift from on alert to ready to heal. If you're someone who wakes up a lot during the night, don't beat yourself up. That's common, and it doesn't mean your sleep is useless. What matters most is the quality of sleep, not just the quantity. So instead of counting hours, try focusing on how rested you feel in the morning. If you're feeling groggy, ask yourself, did I get to bed early enough? Did I wind down before sleep? Did I drink enough water during the day? Those answers are often more helpful than staring at the clock. And here's a little secret. Daily movement actually helps you sleep better too. It's a beautiful cycle. Move your body, eat well, hydrate, sleep deeper. And then you wake up feeling just a little bit stronger than yesterday. Now, let's talk about something that may seem surprising, your mindset. Yes, how you think and what you believe about your body can directly influence your ability to recover muscle and feel strong again. You might have heard someone say, "At my age, it's too late to change." Or, "This is just what happens when you get old." And maybe those words came out of your own mouth at some point. But here's the truth. Science has proven that our bodies remain capable of building strength, growing muscle, and adapting to change well into our 70s, 80s, even 90s. The challenge isn't your age. It's the story you've been told about what aging means. So if you've been telling yourself that you're too old, or too tired, or too broken to make a change, I'd like to gently offer you a new belief. Try saying this out loud. My body still listens. My muscles can still grow. It's not too late for me. Now, I'm not saying that repeating affirmations is a magic solution, but your thoughts create your energy, and your energy shapes your actions. If you believe your efforts matter, even a little, you're far more likely to keep going, even when it feels slow. And trust me, it will feel slow some days. There will be mornings when your legs feel heavy, or you're just not in the mood to move. That's okay. You're human. But those are the moments when mindset matters most. Instead of thinking, "I failed today," try saying, "Today I rested. Tomorrow I'll move again." A strong body begins with a kind mind. So give yourself credit, real credit, for every effort you make. Every stretch, every healthy bite, every glass of water, every moment of rest, it all counts. Because you are choosing to show up for yourself. And that, my friend, is something to be proud of. Let me share a story with you. There's a woman named Linda, who started rebuilding muscle at the age of 82. She'd fallen twice in 1 year and was afraid to walk around her own home. Her daughter encouraged her to try just 5 minutes of movement a day. At first, Linda resisted. "What's the point?" she said. But she gave it a try. 6 months later, Linda walks to her garden every morning, waters her plants, and even dances in her living room when the radio's on. She's not training for a marathon. She's just living her life again, and that in itself is a kind of miracle. All of that started with a shift in her mindset. From, "I can't," to, "Maybe I can." And that shift opened the door to change. Now let's bring this closer to home. If you've made it this far into the video, that means something. It means a part of you still believes in yourself. It means you're still curious, still willing, still capable. And that's everything. So what's the one daily habit that makes the difference? It's not just movement. It's not just protein. It's not just water or sleep or belief. It's the choice to care for your body, intentionally, gently, consistently, every single day. Think of that habit as a quiet promise you make to yourself. Not a chore, not a punishment, but a gift. A few minutes of attention. A moment of motion. A kind meal. a good night's sleep. These aren't big, dramatic changes, but they stack up. And one day, you'll look back and realize you're not just aging, you're evolving. You're not just getting by, you're growing stronger. So today, I invite you to choose one thing. Just one. Maybe you'll go for a short walk around the block. Or you'll add an extra scoop of beans to your lunch. Maybe you'll stand up a little taller, roll your shoulders back, and take a deep breath. Whatever it is, make it count. Let your body know you haven't forgotten about it. It's still yours. It's still strong. And it still wants to support you. There's something powerful about realizing that strength doesn't have to look like it did in your 30s. It doesn't have to mean lifting heavy weights at the gym or running upstairs 2 at a time. At this stage of life, strength looks different, but it's still strength. It's the ability to carry your groceries without strain. It's walking up the stairs without needing to stop halfway. It's the simple confidence of knowing that your body is supporting you, not holding you back. And here's the beautiful part. Your muscles don't care how old you are. They only care whether or not you're using them. That's the truth. When you give them even just a little gentle challenge each day, they respond. Slowly, surely, and steadily. Let's take a moment to talk about one of the most underestimated daily habits that supports muscle recovery, and that's connection. Yes, I mean social connection. You see, our muscles don't exist in isolation. They're part of a larger system, your nervous system, your emotional state, your mindset. And being around others, laughing, sharing stories, even just talking to someone you care about, has been shown to reduce stress, lower inflammation, and improve recovery. When you feel isolated or lonely, your body feels it too. Your cortisol levels go up. Your energy drops. Your motivation to move disappears. But when you feel connected, when someone smiles at you, listens to you, encourages you, you're more likely to get up and do something good for yourself. That's not weakness. That's human. So if you can, reach out. Join a walking group. Call a friend before you take your daily stroll. Even saying hello to a neighbor or chatting with someone at the market helps. Every bit of positive connection lights something up inside of you, and that glow carries over into your health. And if you're someone who prefers solitude, that's okay too. Connection doesn't always have to be social. It can also mean connecting with nature or with your own thoughts. Sitting under a tree, listening to music you love, spending quiet time reflecting. These moments help soothe the nervous system, and when your nervous system is calm, your muscles recover better. Let's not forget, recovery is not just physical. It's also mental, emotional, spiritual. And that's what makes this stage of life so rich. You now have the time, the wisdom, and the perspective to really care for your whole self. Not just to stay alive, but to feel alive. And perhaps the most powerful way to feel alive is to keep showing up for yourself, even when no one's watching. When you choose to stretch instead of sitting still. When you choose to cook something nourishing instead of something quick. When you pause and say, "Today, I take care of me." That's not selfish. That's strength. You've lived through decades of change. You've raised families, worked hard, loved deeply, and weathered storms. Your body has been with you through it all. It's okay if it's not as fast or as flexible as it once was. What matters is that it still can. It can move. It can heal. It can grow. So don't underestimate the impact of that one daily habit, the quiet act of choosing movement, nourishment, rest, and care. Because those choices compound. And in time, they shape how you walk through the world. Stronger, lighter, with less pain, more ease. If no one's told you this lately, let me be the one to say it. You're doing better than you think. You're more capable than you know. And you deserve to feel strong, healthy, and proud right now. Not someday. Not when things are better. Right now. If this video has spoken to you, if even one part of it made you think, maybe I can start with this, then I invite you to hold on to that. Let that spark grow. Don't let it fade. Come back to this video whenever you need a reminder. And better yet, share your own thoughts below. Tell us what works for you. Tell us where you're starting from. You never know who might read your words and feel less alone. And if you'd like more support, more encouragement, and more ways to feel stronger and healthier in this beautiful chapter of life, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This space is for you. A place where age is not a limit, but a badge of honor. Where we focus not on what's lost, but on what's still possible. So here's to you. To every stretch, every step, every kind word you speak to yourself. Here's to living your best life, at any age. Because recovery isn't a one-time event. It's a journey. And you, my friend, are already on your way.